Hello, and welcome to Inventors Helping Inventors. I'm your host, Alan Beckley, inventor of the Wonder Wallet. If you're an inventor searching for proven ways to make money with your invention, if you dream to see your product selling in stores everywhere, you've come to the right place. There's no better place to get help than from experts, inventors who've already achieved success. Every week, I interview successful inventors, asking them the questions you want to know. Tune in to learn from the experts so you can get your invention out of the tank and into the bank. Welcome to episode number 439. Today, it's Thursday, and that means it's time for another Thursday Thought. So what is your Thursday thought for today? It's this: how to thrive with risk. Because as inventors, we face quite a bit of risk. Now, as we dive into this today, we're going to talk a little bit about your brain, and then I'm going to give you a 4-question risk assessment quiz. So let's get to it. So there's a part of your brain called the amygdala. And the amygdala is the fight or flight lizard brain that has been responsible for keeping us alive as human beings for thousands of years when we saw a risk and escaped from it like a saber-toothed tiger. But this lizard brain doesn't serve us so well in the 21st century. Now, the amygdala is shaped a little bit like a peanut, and it functions very much on emotions. And it essentially does 3 things. 1, it helps you to survive, not thrive. 2, it's designed to keep you safe. And number 3, it does not like risk. So, if you're going to be dealing with risk in business, that amygdala brain, that lizard brain, is really your worst enemy. In essence, you've got to outsmart your lizard brain when you're dealing with risk. So let's go through the risk assessment quiz. This is not original to me. It came from Tim Ferriss in his book, The 4-Hour Work Week. So when you're facing a risk and you're considering doing something that feels risky to you, question number 1, what is the worst that could possibly happen? Question number 2, what are the chances of that actually happening and transpiring? Question number 3, if that were to happen, what would I have to do to recover from it? And then question 4, the flip side, well, what is the best that could possibly happen? So now let's step through these 4 questions, and I'm going to use an example in my own experience to show you how you can use your risk assessment quiz to outsmart your amygdala and be able to thrive with risk. So in my case, I had the opportunity way back when to take my product to QVC. Great exposure on television in front of 92 million people watching QVC. What a great opportunity for anybody that has a product, right? But I had to take out a $25,000 loan to have enough product to inventory into QVC. That felt pretty risky to me. But I went through the risk assessment quiz. Question number 1, if I take this $25,000 loan to be able to buy enough product and get it into QVC warehouse, what is the worst that could possibly happen? Well, the worst that could happen is I go on air, I don't sell a single one, and all of that product is going to be shipped back to me. Question number 2, what are the chances of that happening? Really, that I didn't sell a single one, the very worst case scenario. When I looked at that, I'd studied QVC quite a bit. And I said, I think the chances of that really happening maybe are 20%. It's not likely it's going to be that bad that I sell nothing. Question number 3, if it were to happen, this very worst case scenario, what would I have to do to recover from it? Okay, so I don't sell any on QVC. They ship a mountain of product back to me. Well, all that product can still be sold. It'll just have to be sold somewhere else. And since I'd already been selling my wallets elsewhere, it would take me quite a while to get through that mountain of product, but I could sell it. And then question 4, we went through all the negative stuff. What is the best that could happen? So when I looked at this, I'm taking my product to QVC. If it does well and I sell all or most of my product, I'm going to have a nice return on that risk and that investment. And I'm going to get a great exposure for my product selling to thousands of people on QVC. And the very best that could happen is I do well enough that I'll be invited to come back again next year. Well, that's a pretty big upside, isn't it? Right? And in fact, that's what actually happened. So now when you're making this kind of risk assessment, in this example, I said, the worst that could happen is I sell nothing, but I think the chances that are like 20%, pretty low. And if that were to happen, how would I recover from it? I have ways to recover from it. It wouldn't be the absolute end of the world. But on the upside, if the best happens, that would be really good. When you look at it from this sort of objective way, then you just make an assessment. All things considered, I think this is a risk worth taking. I think it's fairly unlikely it's really going to happen, and the upside looks really positive. Now, I suggest to you, you can use this risk assessment when you're making decisions that feel risky. Again, just to recap, you ask yourself 4 questions. Question number 1, what's the worst that could possibly happen if I take this risk? Question number 2, honestly, what are the chances of that worst case scenario actually coming to pass? Then question 3 is, okay, if that were to happen and the worst possible happens, what would I do to recover from it? And finally, question 4, what is the best that could possibly happen if I choose to take this risk? Thanks as always for listening, and we'll be talking to you again soon. As an inventor, do you ever feel lonely? Because no one seems to understand what you are doing or why. What if there was a community of other inventors, just like you, that you could meet, share with, and learn from every month? What if every month you had a front row seat to learn how to license, research companies, and sharpen your marketing message from successful inventors like Marcy McKenna, Lisa Lloyd, Aaron Krause, and many others? Guess what? The Inventors Helping Inventors membership group, or IHIMG, gives you all of that and more for only $35 a month. Less than a few lattes at Starbucks. Just go to alanbeckley.com/IHI35 for all the details and to join us now. From the moment you join, you'll get instant access to over 60 recorded videos in the IHIMG Video Vault, going all the way back to 2021. That's 3 years. You'll learn all the tools, tips, and tactics used by successful inventors, including Lisa Lloyd, Dan Klitzner, Marcy McKenna, Adrian Pelkis, Nancy Tedeschi, Brian Freed, Jen Everett, Kevin Moran, April Mitchell, Rocky Batesel, and more. If it sounds like I'm name dropping, it's because I am. I'm proud of the fact that we've assembled an amazing collection of talented, successful inventors sharing their keys to success with you and over 35 other IHIMG members in the group. All you have to do is join us. To join us now in the Inventors Helping Inventors membership group, just go to alanbeckley.com/IHI35. I look forward to meeting you and helping you accelerate your journey to gain traction as an inventor. But wait, there's more. If you join the IHIMG by no later than September 15th, I'll throw in a valuable bonus for free. You'll get not only access to all the resources within the IHIMG, I'll give you 1 hour of one-on-one personalized coaching with me for free. This is a $150 value I'm offering only to you and other podcast listeners, and only until September 15th. So act now. Just go to alanbeckley.com/IHI35 to sign up now. And I'll see you soon in the Inventors Helping Inventors membership group. Thanks so much for tuning in to Inventors Helping Inventors. If you like the show, please tell your friends about it. Make sure to subscribe in iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts so you won't miss a single episode. Talk to you soon.